What's up, guys? It's Classic 1333 coming to you live outside my house. Yeah. Weird being outside, but it's a nice, cloudy, cool, crappy day. But this is my favorite kind of weather because you don't have the sun glaring in your eyes or anything. So, yeah. I'm going to do my Raw review from last night's Raw. Yesterday's date was the 4/27/2009. So, that's when the show was. Where it was originated from, I think it was Bridgeport, which I don't know what state that's in. I don't know. So, okay, so let's start the show off. Vickie Guerrero comes out, and she doesn't say, "Excuse me," for once, which was kind of shocking, because, you know, she loves to say that thing. Maybe the McMahon or the other, like, writers are just like, "We're so tired of hearing that, don't say it anymore," which would be great news for all of us. So, basically, she congratulates Edge on his victory for being, World Heavyweight Champion, or is it WWE Heavyweight Champion? I don't know, it's one of the two. And basically, she congratulates him, and then she introduces Orton, and then Orton comes out, and Orton's all like, you know, basically saying like, "Oh, your champion has fallen," and then he goes on to proceed to tell us how people in our 20s, my age and younger, how our dreams are nothing, how we won't amount to our dreams, and then how people that are in their 30s also are amounting to their dreams. So basically, at this point, he's saying that if you're 30 years older or younger, you, according to him, you won't amount to anything because he says so. And basically, the whole future of the world of jobs, of all the doctors, all the lawyers, like the whole future generations of all these jobs are going to cease to exist because we're nothing. So, thanks for Randy Orton. I did not know that. So, basically, what else happens? And basically, you know, bullshits about how he's the champion. I'm trying to review my notes a little bit. I should probably do this before I make the videos. Vickie announces that tonight it's going to be the world's largest 7-foot athlete, the Big Show versus the Animal Batista in a #1 contendership match. And what's kind of funny about that is I'm confused on the whole, like, world's largest athlete thing because, like, basically, like, what's the standards for it? Does it go by, like, the body mass index? Because, you know, Big Show, he's, like, 7 feet tall, he's 485 pounds, you know. Obviously, that's a huge man. But then you look at Great Khali, he's, like, 7'2", 7'3", and 400 pounds. So, he's a little bit taller than Big Show, but he doesn't weigh as much. So, I mean, are they going by body mass index? I mean, what are they going by? So, if I can remember the math formula for that, I would give it to you guys. But maybe I'll post it, like, on my sidebar or something, or a link to it so you can calculate your body mass index. Basically, that thing tells you if you're average, overweight, obese, or whatever. So, I'm just confused what they mean by that. So, Vickie announces that, and then Orton, you know, basically threatens the locker room. He's like, "You may not like me, but you have to respect me. You know, if you don't respect me, you know, I'm going to end your career, blah, blah, blah." And then MVP comes out, which I'm real still ecstatic that he's on Raw. And basically MVP comes out and, you know, introduces himself. And well, let's see, what else does he do? Basically says he doesn't answer to anybody. And then at this point, DiBiase says something to him, and then MVP's like, "Oh, I'm surprised, you know, Orton let you talk." And then Cody Rhodes is like, "Can we please make an example and kill him," you know? And then Orton, like, whispers something to Vickie, and then so tonight on Raw it's going to be MVP versus Orton. And well, it's champion versus champion, but no titles are on the line. So that's exciting. So that's how we start the show off. And then our first matchup is the Brian Kendrick versus Kofi Kingston one-on-one. It was a pretty cool little short, fast little match here. Lots of, like, quick action and stuff, and what was funny during the match was Lawler and Michael Cole were having, like, a hard time keeping up with it because it was so fast, you know. And then before it's over, you know, it was over. So Kofi wins with Trouble in Paradise, which, again, Cole and Lawler don't ever say, you know, his finishing move. You know, back when he was on ECW, like Taz and, who was it? Joey Styles, like, when they used to do commentary, they'd always be like, "Oh, Trouble in Paradise," you know, but nowadays it's like, you know, they never say the move, so I don't get what's up with that. Then they show a recap of the Edge versus Cena match, like the finish of it, where, like, Big Show, like, chokeslammed Cena through, like, that light bulb thing or whatever, and they had that explosion. That was really cool. And backstage, like, you know, Vicky's talking to Big Show, and Vicky's like so proud that Big Show like did that and how he's standing up for himself or whatever, but she obviously has a problem with that or something. Or actually, he did it for himself. That's what I meant to say. He did it for himself. And then Big Show wants to kiss Vicky, and Vicky's like, let's keep our relationship professional. So, I kind of wish if this was the Attitude Era, like the WWE would just have, would be like, okay, Edge and Vicky are in an open marriage, so they can have, you know, they can make love with multiple partners or something, you know, something like that. But, you know, this is the kids' generation, so I wish I could be kidding on that one. So, oh god. So next we get they show a recap of the Santina Marella Kali segment thing. You can watch them, yeah. And then next we have a 7 women and 1 man tag team matchup. Which was like over before a blink of an eye. It was who was it? Beth Phoenix, Rosa Mendez, Jillian Hall, and Divas champ Maurice against Santina Marella. Who else was it? Kelly Squared, Kelly, Brie Bella, and Mickie James. And this match really was over before it happened. Like, there was a little bit of like back and forth action, I guess. Like, I think basically like Beth Phoenix chopped Marella like in the chest or something. Marella tagged somebody in. And while that was going on, like Hornswoggle and the other Bella kind of showed up outside the ring or something and kind of scared Rosa Mendez, and then the other bad guy divas went out to look and see what was going on. And while that's going on, Santina rolled up Jillian Hall with a roll-up for a 3 count, and that's your match. It was like 3 seconds. So what's next on the show? They show a recap of the Hardy Boys finish match, which was pretty funny. How Matt was like tied up, you know, like tied up, and he's like, I'm sorry, you know, let's think about it, we can do it. And Jeff's like, Matt's like, I'll quit, and Jeff's like, yeah, whatever. Jumps at him, puts him through a table anyways. That was great. So Matt Hardy comes out to a promo, basically calls Jeff a heartless barbarian because, you know, tried to plead with them and Jeff wouldn't listen. Let's see what else. Matt says he has a broken hand. He has a broken second metacarpal bone, which I'll actually show you what that looks like. Say like your body, like, you know, has you know, your 5 fingers, and if you count backwards, whether it's like your digits or your bones or whatever, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From your thumb to your pinky, it's 5. And your second, you know, so here's your second area. So his metacarpal bone's going to be like right within here somewhere. You know, if he said if it was proximal or distal or intermediate or something, I could probably point exactly where it is, but since he said it was just the second metacarpal, it's probably just the bone in there. So that's what's broken right now. So basically, Matt Hardy continues to go on and say he's gonna wrestle. He's wrestling under protest or whatever. And I got confused on this. Is it protest because people are calling him a quitter? Is it a protest because Vicky's making him wrestle? So I'm kind of confused in that one. So